So please watch the following video very carefully because it's going to show you how to create your Google Sites teacher support site shell for this class. And again, this website that you're going to create is going to be the means by which I review and grade all the work you create this semester. And everything you do digitally will be embedded within this site. So let's start at the beginning here. Here I am on the sites.google.com website. So again, if you don't have a Google account already, like Gmail or something, then you're going to have to create one. It's free, and you're just going to have to bite the bullet and become part of the Google universe, at least for this class. So once you do that, if you go to sites.google.com, if you're not logged in, it will log you in, or you'll log in. But when you go to Sites, I have quite a few sample sites up here. You may have nothing listed. So here's how I would start this if I were you. I would start a new site, and I'm going to click the blank site option. So here I am on my website, and it's blank, and here I am on my home page. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top, and I'm going to title my page. My last name is Sherman, so I'll put Sherman EDET 454 site. Just, it's descriptive, and that's the name of this page. Now, here I am on the blank homepage, and I'm looking at a page that has a theme with a header background. This is the header, and I don't like that at all. You can put an image as a header, or you can, first of all, you can describe what kind of header you want. That's the thing that'll show up at the top of all your pages. Right beneath your menu option, and I'll put titles only for now. But one thing I can do is I'm going to go over here to the right, and I can click on the themes option, and I can scroll down, and they have 4 or 5 basic themes, okay? And for me, I'm just going to click on the bottom one, impression, just for fun. So you'll notice that my web page, the title of my website is up here. You can change that at any time, but that's going to show up on all your pages in your website. You can add a logo to that if you want to, and there's some options there. This is a very creative project, by the way, so you can do whatever you like as long as the fundamentals are included. So here I am then on my home page, if you will, and I decided I'll go with impression. Why not? So now I'm going to show you something that's really important. I selected the themes option over here on the right, and I picked a theme. You can import themes, by the way, that you find online if you want to. But I'm going to pick this one. You can pick whichever one you like. Now, when I go to the page list, you'll notice over here are going to be a list of all the pages that I have, and you'll notice that the very top is the home page, and that's the page that I'm on. So I'm just going to type for my home page, Greg Sherman, that's my name, by the way, Greg Sherman's teaching support site. You can call this anything you like. You can make the header, you can click and drag the header top so that it's bigger. And they give you some guides on the top. You can change the size of the font if it's too big. Oops, I think I have to select it. There we go. I'll drop it. There we go. I'm going to keep that for now. Okay. I don't. And I'm going to ask you, by the way, to place an image of yourself on the homepage, or maybe even a Bitmoji. I have a link to that. That'll be something welcoming on your homepage. So this is your home page. Now I'm looking at the information for this particular project, and this is going to be the shell, the website shell. So what I need is to build the menu at the top here of your website, and I'm going to build it by going down to the plus icon at the bottom right down here, and you'll notice you have options. You have new page, new link, full page embed, and new menu section. And I'm going to start by doing new menu sections because I'm going to put all the pages for this class within, they'll be part of submenus. That's how I'm going to get to them. So the very first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to click on new menu section, and I'm going to type in the first one, me and my students. So that's the first menu subsection. I'm going to click done. The next one is going to be called community. So I'm going to hover over that plus sign at the bottom, go to the top. I'm going to type in community, and there it is. I'm done there. I'm going to do another one, and I'm going to type in A&A technology because that's the next one. That stands for adaptive and assistive technology. That's the next one. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to go back here and add instruction. And oops, I spelled it wrong. You can always edit it. Okay, I'm done. I've got two more, real simple. I'm going to type in UDL, that's Universal Design for Learning. You got some projects there for the class. And finally, the last one, your professional development section. Whoops, I'm going to go there, PD, and done. Now, so here are all of these menu options, and they're up here in my main menu here. And notice that if you have more than just a couple, it'll automatically collapse them into a section called more. So if you were to add more subsections, you'd have more under this more section. And that just depends on how big your screen is that you're looking at the site. I'm recording this on a small screen size. Now, one thing that I don't like is I don't like the fact that these are in the wrong order over here, or I should say up here they're in the wrong order, because I have a very specific order to how you're going to be developing stuff for the class. So I'm going to rearrange them, and it's pretty simple actually. I go over here to the right, and I want me and my students to be first, so I put my cursor over it, I click on it once, and I drag it up to above PD so that it turns into a little line. So me and my students, notice in my menu, it's now first. And then I'm going to put community next, and then I'm going to put A&A technology, because this is the order that I'm going to be doing my projects in. So there, I just reversed the order in my menu up here. And you'll notice now, because of how much space they're taking up, when I go hover over more, there are my final three options over there. So now I have my whole, so this is it, by the way. This is your website shell. You're going to embed a picture here. Also something welcoming. So if I go to the insert option over here on the right and I click on images, I can upload an image that I have of myself, and I don't have one at the ready, so I'm not going to do it. But you can do that, and then you can drag it around on the page to see where you want it. So that's all you have to do before you publish to create your website shell. So now I'm going to publish this, and then I'm going to jump ahead to the next project for this week, which is to create an About Me page that you're going to embed a Canva project in, and I'll show you that when you get to that project. But I do want to create a page and show you how it goes in your website. So actually, let me go ahead and do that first before I publish. So I'm going to go back to Pages, and I'm going to go down to the plus icon down here, and I'm going to create a new page. Oh, I'm at that right now when I click on plus. So here I'm going to click on New Page, and I'm going to call this About Me. I could also call this My Story, but I'm going to say About Me. So I'm going to click Done, and you'll notice when I created that, it automatically went up here in my menu. So if I click on that, this is not a menu section now, it's an actual page. So if I can click Home, and I'm on my home, I can click About Me, and here it is. But I want the About Me page to be underneath the Me and My Students menu. So in order to do that, it's actually very simple. All I do is I go over here to where all my pages are listed, and I click and drag. I click on the About Me, and I go underneath Me and My Students, and I realize, you know what? I just remembered that that's not how you create subpages on a menu. You don't use the plus thing down here. Holy cow. I'm glad I did this. Pretend that I did that on purpose, okay, to show you that that's not how you create subpages. So check it out. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to go over here to where there's 3 little dots. I don't know if you could see those, and I'm going to delete it. There you go. I just deleted it. So if I want to create a subpage for me and my students, I'm going to go over here to the me and my students, and I'm going to go all the way over to the right, and I know it's hard to see, but I'm going to click on the 3 little dots, and I'm going to go to the option Add Subpage. That is where I am going to do the About Me. Okay. Yeah, I definitely did that whole thing on purpose. So now you'll notice up here in your main menu, I'm going to go back to Home for a second and show you that your Me and My Students menu option now has a little down arrow thing, and there is my About Me page underneath it. So I click on that, and this is my About Me page. So this is the page where you're going to embed a multimedia file in your next project that is going to tell me and the rest of the class a little bit about yourself. Okay, so now I have my website shell with my first web page that that's part of a submenu that I'm going to add. So now I want to publish this because I want to upload this address to the course website so that everybody can access it, especially me, the teacher. So I'm going to go over to the upper right hand side. There's the publish option. I'm going to click on publish. And here is where you can change the actual sort of address to your site. And it has to be unique though. So sometimes my first name is Greg, and if I just were to write my address as Greg, you'll notice I'll type in Greg, and it says, oh, it's a great address, but it's already taken. Oh, aren't they so positive? So your address is going to be sites.google.com/views/ and then whatever you put here. So I'm going to actually just use what was recommended, which is the name of my site name. So I added that, and it is unique because look, I got a little check. That's me. And so I can publish this. I'm going to go to publish. So now I published it. I'm going to go down here to where it says view, and I'm going to view it. So here I am on my website now, my actual website. I'm going to click the home button. Here is my web address up at the top. That'll take me to my home. So check this out. I'm going to select my web address. I'm going to copy that. I am going to then I'm going to go back to the course website. Here I am on our course website. This is the information for the website shell that you're just being created. Then I want you to upload the web address. So I have a link in step 6. Go to the Google site address. I can also go up here under projects, Google Sites, and go to submit Google Sites address. I go here. Here's my form. I'm going to type in my first name, my last name, and I'm going to paste my address right there. So there it is. I'm going to submit it. So there, I just submitted it, and it tells me that I did that. Now I'm not sure if it's going to show up yet. Sometimes it takes a few minutes, but now I'm going to click on the Students button. So here I am. I clicked on it. And there it is. What I just submitted in that form showed up on this web page. And by the way, I'm going to show you how to do that later in the class. I did an earlier test that was a whole different one. I'm going to have to delete that. But here's Greg Sherman, and I'm going to click on, now you'll notice I can click on that and it will take me to that website. There I am. Hello. Isn't that wonderful? So by the end of week 1, I should have an entry for every single one of you in here, and I'll sort it by last name, and that will that'll do it, and I'll be able to access your stuff. So that's it. That's how you set up your Google Sites. And if you have any trouble with it, go back and watch the video again. Otherwise, just carry on, and please be as creative as you want. Thank you.